The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
SNY is reporting new details about Mike Vrabel's interview with the Jets. We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man. This is the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Before we get started, reminder that if you are not a Patreon member, you are missing out, including details announced about our Asmaniac Knicks meetup on March 22nd. We have a few spots remaining, an entire private section of just Asmaniacs at a Knicks game on March 22nd, and your ticket includes pregame shoot-around courtside. Going to be a great night. If you join the Patreon, you'll see the details. Get in the Discord. You'll see even more details, and let me know if you want to join us. I have about 6 reserved spots left. It will be a group of 30 total watching the Knicks and the Wizards Saturday night on March 22nd. With that said, there's a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Vrabel interviewed for the Jet head coaching job, and if you look at the odds across various sports books, Mike Vrabel is the favorite to be the next Jet head coach. Now, that doesn't mean he will be the next head coach, but I figured I'd mention that before we play some information here from Connor Hughes of SNY. This was Hughes reporting on what he heard about the interview between Vrabel and the Jets.
Well, the Jets wrapped up their first interview with Mike Vrabel on Friday, and from my understanding, it went very, very, very well. That is a feeling shared by both sides of this equation. This is a little bit of a unique head coaching search for the Jets because as it pertains to Vrabel, it's not necessarily do the Jets want him, but what can they do to make him want the Jets? Vrabel is the top coach available on this cycle. He is going to have just about every team looking for a coach interested in his services. Teams like the Las Vegas Raiders, the New Orleans Saints, the Chicago Bears, potentially the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and New England Patriots, if those two teams decide to move on from Todd Bowles and Gerard Mayo. Because of this, the Jets need to find a way to make their vacancy as appealing as possible, separate themselves from the pack. One way to do that, it's money, but Vrabel kind of has a ton of that already. The top way, it's going to come down to who they pick at general manager. It's not about making Vrabel the head coach and GM. It's just about ensuring continuity between the coaching staff and upper management. That's why Vrabel fell out of favor in Tennessee. He and the GMs, they kind of fell apart, and it all fell apart, and then he ended up getting fired. If they can take his considerations, his thoughts, his opinion on who the team's next general manager should be into this search, it might go a long way into getting Vrabel on the Jets sideline.
If you read the story in The Athletic today that Zach Rosenblatt wrote, and it's a very good story, he was with Vrabel over the last, basically year, sitting down with him at various points and getting info on what he was doing, what he was thinking. Vrabel wanted to push back on this idea that he's power hungry, he wants control. He just wants to be comfortable with the people he's working with, basically, which is understandable because that's why it fell apart in Tennessee. They traded away A.J. Brown behind his back. He didn't get along with John Robinson after that. Robinson gets fired, and instead of listening to Vrabel and promoting Ryan Cowden to the new GM, they hired a guy that was not a Vrabel guy, essentially, and they didn't get along, different direction for the team, etc. And next thing you know, Mike Vrabel is out of a job. Where the Jets have an advantage is they don't have a GM, and they can meet a lot of what Vrabel wants as far as control, alignment. Where they necessarily maybe can't meet what Vrabel wants is quarterback or obvious path to getting the quarterback. But the Jets could sell Vrabel on their roster. And we know the Jets have money to spend. And there is a story out in New England about how cheap the Patriots are. That one of the reasons why they might not necessarily move on from Mayo after 1 year is not only do you have to fire Mayo, but you then have to fire all his coaches, right? His assistant coaches. So basically, after you fire Mayo, who's got, 4 more years on his contract, all guaranteed, by the way, then you got to fire out all the assistant coaches. And while it's not head coach money, it still adds up. Then you got to hire Vrabel, give him a huge amount of money to take the job, and let him hire his staff. A Patriots reporter said, we're talking about an $80 to $90 million investment just to fix the mistake they'd be admitting they made after only 1 year of Mayo. So I definitely think there's a possibility Gerard Mayo gets fired by the Patriots, sure. But I also don't think it's as big of a lock as everyone else seemingly is putting it. Now, could they fire him? Yeah, they could. So I think every Jet fan should be rooting for the Patriots on Sunday. Hopefully Drake May plays, and he plays great against the backup Buffalo Bills, including maybe Mike White getting some snaps at quarterback for Buffalo on Sunday. I just don't think it's, he's definitely going to go to the Pats no matter what. Robert Kraft is known to be cheap. That's a real storyline up there in New England. I've been listening to Boston Sports Talk Radio all afternoon just to kind of get a feel, get more information from people that are around the team, that cover the team, on where this is headed. I also could tell you this. The Jets got dinner with Mike Vrabel last night, and then the actual interview was today at the facility. But there was a dinner last night between the Jets brass and Mike Vrabel, and I heard Brian Costello say that Spielman and Tannenbaum are believed to be in these interviews, which is good. Because I think a selling point for the Jets has to be that, hey, you could work with Woody. Hey, Mike, I was in New England just like you. I was a Belichick guy. I worked for Woody Johnson, and I had success here. I had a winning record here. He let me do my job. So I do think all that is important. If the interview was an unmitigated disaster, do I think we'd hear about it? Probably not. We'd only hear about that afterwards. But I don't think it's a bad thing that a guy connected to the Jets is coming out saying this interview went well. I would hope it goes well. You guys watch the show long enough. He's my number one coaching target. Now, if they can't get him, am I going to cry? No. It'll be disappointing, especially if he ends up going to New England. So it's another hurdle the Jets are going to have to deal with. But the bottom line to me is he's the top guy, and they should do everything in their power that they could do to get him. And if they are able to get him, I believe, regardless what the plan is at quarterback, this team's going to be a lot better next year because there is talent on this roster. You can't lead in the fourth quarter the amount of times the Jets have had if you don't have talent. Like, bad teams don't typically lead the NFL in blown fourth quarter leads. You'd be getting blown out. Right? Until the Giants showed a pulse on Sunday against the Colts, how many times were they non-competitive this year? It is hard to accomplish what the Jets have accomplished this year. 5 different kickers, franchise record. Most blown leads in the fourth quarter, franchise record. It's just, the season needs to end. Thank God it does. Sunday against the Dolphins, it's over. One final post-game show, and we move on with our lives. But, this to me would be the number one guy for the Jets. He has the resume, and I'm not telling you he's the best coach in the world. But I think he's a really, really good coach. And if you read that story in The Athletic today, which I thought was very well done, you just get a sense that Mike Vrabel is not just a rah-rah meathead guy. He's one of the smartest coaches out there. His philosophy on how to build a game plan and build a coaching staff I thought was very interesting. To me, he's the best guy. I'm not saying that another coach out there couldn't do a good job. I think Brian Flores would be a really good candidate for the Jets. I think, if they hired, Liam Cohen, and he's awesome, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, how could they do that? But I just think there's so much more of a risk with these first-timers. That includes Aaron Glenn, who I like. I don't know what Aaron Glenn is as a coach. I know Mike Vrabel's proven to be a very good coach. Did it end great in Tennessee? No, but there's context to it. And every Titans fan that I talked to and people that cover the team, they were shocked. They felt it was a mistake. So this guy is out there, and yeah, he'll be sought after. But one of the things that once again does help the Jets is the fact that they don't have a GM. Right now, the Jets are the only team with a confirmed general manager opening. Think about that. Of the 3 openings that are out there, Chicago has a GM that is reportedly coming back. New Orleans has a GM that is reportedly coming back. Even if, oh, by the way, Mike McCarthy leaves Dallas, the GM there is Jerry Jones. He can't fire himself. Jacksonville, it feels like they might actually keep their GM, Trent Baalke. So I just look around and, yeah, I'm not telling you the Jet job is the greatest of jobs, but one thing Woody Johnson could do is pay him and give him the autonomy that he's looking for. And this is one of those unique scenarios where if you could get this guy, you got to do it. Now, to those out there saying, hire him today, don't let him leave the building. Well, one, he already left the building. Two, the Jets are not compliant yet with the Rooney Rule. They're not. They got to interview at least one more minority candidate for head coach, and general manager-wise, the same thing. They interviewed Louis Riddick yesterday. Riddick obviously is black, so that fulfills one of the two, but it's now two. And with some of the rules put in, I don't think this is something that just gets wrapped up instantly. Because the general manager requests for the Jets are going to start Monday, and for all we know, if they love Vrabel and they want to get him as GM, let's say it's the same guy he wanted Tennessee to hire that was already the interim GM after they fired John Robinson. That's Ryan Cowden, who's now with the Giants. The Jets would have to request to speak with him first, of which the Giants are then going to grant because it'd be a promotion, so they have to. And then that process is going to take a little time. And then the other thing we discussed on the morning show that I did some digging into, people saying, well, what if the Jets and Vrabel could just have like a handshake agreement, you're the guy? If that were to leak, that sets up lawsuits, right? Remember the Brian Flores lawsuits? He felt like he was just being used as like the token Rooney Rule candidate for all these teams, that he never actually had a legitimate chance to get any of these jobs. So if it leaks that, oh, Woody and Vrabel had a handshake agreement that he was the guy, then you're dealing with a lawsuit potentially for some of these other candidates. And if the NFL intervenes, guess what? The Jets could be docked draft capital. Miami lost a first-round pick for trying to pair up Sean Payton and Tom Brady, when both were under contracts with the Saints and the Buccaneers. So you can't just do that handshake agreement, because the problem is the New York Jets are the worst at keeping anything a secret. That's going to get leaked. So that can't happen either. You got to go through the process, but make it clear that you're dead serious about hiring the guy. Now, Mike Vrabel probably is going to get $15 to $20 million a year. That might price him out of New England, which is a good thing for the Jets. Woody Johnson's serious about turning this around. That's the guy. He's not the only guy, but that is the best guy. I'm not saying they couldn't hire somebody else and that guy ends up being great. I will root for that. I'm a Jet fan. But I just think this makes too much sense. He, to me, is the best available candidate and fit to a T what has plagued this team under this previous administration. Now, the other story that came out today, you got to laugh. Jeff Ulbrich apparently expects to interview for the job too. You got to love it. You got to love it. Good luck, Jeff. If I was Jeff Ulbrich, I wouldn't even take the interview. I would just say, thanks for the opportunity to be a head coach, and I'll see you later. I mean, come on now. Silly. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We are doing another raffle. The big prize is a Jets mini helmet. The other big prize that I have here is a Jet winner hat. And because we've had so many memberships that have come in, we're adding another mega prize because these were a huge hit. The Super Bowl III Joe Willie Namath replica ring is back. And you won't find a better clean-looking ring than this one right here, baby. Maybe Mike Vrabel can one day help the Jets get us another one. But for every membership gifted, you're in for one of those 3 prizes, or every $20 super chat or more. We put your name down on some raffle tickets. We put it in the bucket of champions. We pick some names, although this next one's going to be random name generated because we got a lot of memberships. So Super Bowl III ring added to the arsenal of prizes, plus items from my merch store and a Gus Buster umbrella. So if you want in on the raffle, now that we added the ring, we'll do another couple shows here before we figure out when the actual date will be. And I already saw this from Mimosa. Holy bleep, a 20 spot of channel memberships ladies and gentlemen, Mimosa is officially making it rain.
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
Ah, the hell with it.
Oh boy, here we go. I got my umbrella, Gusbuster umbrella. Oh, by the way, the best umbrella in the known universe, Gusbuster.com, promo code Jake. Here are the 20 people who received a membership from Mimosa for Gib Green X, Boba Jet, Bobby Salty Nuts, Estevan, Jets Forever, Ray Navarez, Christian Magnano, Slow Slots, Treventures, Andrew Kennedy Z, Joel Eidelberg, Mike Izinga, he's a Bears fan. Hello, Bears fan. Franco Agostini, Hanson, Charles Devine, Zachary Alford, Gus, and Miles Hickson, all receiving channel memberships from the great Mimosa, who already won one of the Super Bowl rings in our last raffle, and your ring, Mimosa, was sent yesterday, so hopefully you'll get it in a couple days. Maybe you'll win another ring. Wow. Thank you, Mimosa. You are awesome. By the way, Mimosa, a proud member of the 4% Asmaniac female demographic. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats, we'll cut the line. I want to give a shout out to Mother Effing Chew, who gifted a channel membership before this program even began. You know what that means.
Choo-choo! Mother effing choo!
He also writes in a super chat, just in case there's a bounty on Alan. According to Alan, today was his final ever phone call. For those who saw the first show, he's got a new job that starts Monday that's in the NFL, and he can't be seen on shows anymore. So that's the latest from Alan. He'll be back in 8 weeks is my prediction. 25 writes in, go New York, go. Hyped. 25, I got you down for 2, my man. See you on March 22nd. 25, it's finally time we get our long-term guy. That's the other thing too, right? Like, if the Jets aren't great next year, I don't think we're saying fire Vrabel or they got the wrong guy. It's like you got to let him build it his way. You'll have way more confidence in him figuring it out than some first-timer if this team goes out there and is, 8-9 next season. And honestly, 8-9 would be an improvement over any year Joe Douglas has been here. So think about that. The big fella, super chat. Fans have to realize just how the business works. It's stupid for both parties involved. Options are extremely valuable. Yeah, and also, if you're Mike Vrabel, like, even if the Jets are like, we want to hire you now, like, why wouldn't you just hear out the other opportunities? Like, maybe he really does want the New England job. So, okay, he'll interview for that job, and then when it comes to money, New England can't pay him, or New England's not going to give him the opportunity to work with the GM he wants. Like, I don't know how he feels about Elliott Wolf. SXHBK. Jake, do we have to get the GM first or just grab Vrabel and do GM second? Doesn't matter anymore. GM first, then coach. Also, is the Bobby heel arc over? Bobby was a heel this morning against only one guy, and that was Beastbreaker 666. That's it. I think Bobby is a baby face again, as they say in the wrestling business, right? I think Bobby's a good guy now. But you never know with Bobby. I mean, he could flip on a dime. Comments, questions, super chats. They will cut the line. Start loading up your calls on the Gusbuster hotline. We're presented today by Public Rec. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't get enough of Public Rec's hoodies, their deal maker pants. If you see me out in public and I'm wearing a hoodie, chances are it's a Public Rec hoodie. But today I want to tell you all about their deal making pants.
Introducing the Workday Pant 2.0, a technical 5-pocket pant designed to feel comfortable and look formal. Made from innovative performance fabric that's water and wind resistant for all seasons. It's not just a better feel, it's also a better fit. The Workday Pant is available in waist and inseam sizes to guarantee a tailored look, so you can be comfortable and feel confident always.
I got it right here. All right. I'm not going to put on the pants because that'd be a little weird, but they're super comfortable. You can wear them on the golf course. You can wear them to a business meeting. A bunch of different styles, a bunch of different colors. I can't get enough. They have a bunch of options for everybody. Hefty fellas, little fellas, big fellas. If I'm Woody Johnson and I'm trying to hire Mike Vrabel, I'd put on these pants. All right? Maybe you get a deal done. Just saying. Shout out to Public Rec. I have the info in the description. For those of you who are interested, you'll save 20% when you use my code. That is code Asman at their website. In fact, I'm going to put it up on the screen just so everyone can see it. Make it nice and easy for all the people, but all this info is in the video description box. There it is on the screen. It's publicrec.com/Asman, and you will save 20% off. Highly recommend it. Great pants, great hoodies, shirts. Check it out. Public Rec. Thank you to them for being an awesome sponsor of the channel. All right, let's get to some calls now on the Gusbuster hotline. Barbarossa's first up today. What's up, Barbarossa?
Hey, Jake, what's going on? Happy Friday, y'all. Good to see Bobby's back to the light side. So I guess you threw the evil Emperor Allen down that well, and he'll not come back for at least a movie and a half.
Well, it's interesting because Allen threw himself out. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, congrats to Allen on the job. We'll see him back, right as you said, right after the first 3 and out. That's absolutely when we'll see him again.
If he's truly gone for 8 months, he will be back the second the Jets lose their first brutal game. He'll be back.
Yeah, well, I'll be complaining about that too. But as much as with the Jets coach situation, I really don't want Rex Ryan as much as I like the guy. I just don't think someone like him is really the quite the right fit for what the team needs. As much as I really do love the guy, I think if he wanted to be like a defensive coordinator or something, I don't know if he'd take that, but I really just don't think him as a coach is a really, really good fit for us right now. I don't know how you feel about that.
He's not my number 1, 2, probably 3, but I would take if they're playing as Aaron Glenn, then no thank you, give me Rex Ryan.
Word. All right.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. And just man, that Beastbreaker is just an absolute lunatic. He really is. It's the loudest thumb I've ever seen in my life. But it's certainly entertaining. So thank you, Jake. I appreciate it, man.
I thought he made some salient points, Barbarossa. I appreciate the call. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Buffalo is in the house. He writes in, y'all a bunch of fools. The Jets ain't getting nobody good. Enjoy the gutter. Ladies and gentlemen, the only person that will be enjoying the gutter is you moron.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
Later. See you later. Hey, if you want to find where the hole is located, Billy Buffalo, it's down to the right. A little wide. Right. Anyway. Connor Long checks in. Glenn over Rex any day. Connor, you weren't born when Rex was coaching the Jets. You're going to have to take my word for it. He's a better option than an unproven guy given the state of the team. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to take my word for it, man. The media would eat up a first-time head coach right now. I don't think his fan base has the patience for it either. Now, it would help Glenn a little bit that he played for the Jets, but still, that's only going to go so far. Nick with a super chat. I could see the vision of bringing AR back with Vrabel, same with Rex. I could also see a trade for J.J. McCarthy in this case and letting him sit one more year. Rodgers feels unlikely, but not impossible. Yeah, I think anyone saying that the Rodgers decision's made already, it's not. Is it likely? I would say it's probably unlikely he's here. But it was probably unlikely at the beginning of the year that Jamie Sherwood would be voted Jets team MVP. Don't count on anything with this franchise. Nick, thank you for the super chat. Comments, questions. Keep sending them in. If you get the membership, we will get you down in the raffle. And if you tuned in late, one of the added prizes for our next one is another replica Joe Namath Super Bowl III ring. There it is. Look at that. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get to more of your calls right now. I'm fascinated to get this guy's perspective on what transpired on the first show today. Allen announced that he is leaving the show. He will not call in. He'll just write dumb and negative things in the chat instead. So, ladies and gentlemen, we find out what B-Mac thinks.
B-Mac. Look at my TV. B-Mac. I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets. Go Jets. Yes. 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 Celebrate good times. Come on. I saw what happened today. I'm happy. I'm surely happy. I jumped up for joy. I celebrated. I did cartwheels. That devil is gone. Hopefully he's gone. How long he said?
He said he could be gone for 8 months.
Oh God, I hope. Now is he now? Does he really mean that, or he's just trolling?
That's what he said. I'll take him at face value.
All right. Well, I just want to say thank God. I hope he stays in that hole where he caught out from. He's not a real Jet fan. He will be happy if the Jets go 0-17. And he get a first round pick.
J-Quest says, wish BMAC got a job for the NFL.
I mean, I can be a great general manager. You know what I mean? I can put together a good team.
Swamp Ranger, BMAC is a fraud.
Shit Ranger, you wouldn't dare say that to my face. Because if you did, you would be waking up in a hospital.
J-Quest says, Jake, 25 Venmo to ban BMAC for the weekend. Well, Jake, hold on. Let me finish. I said, well, that's enticing. I want the audience to gain something out of it if that's the case. So, J-Quest, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get the memberships, and everyone who gets a membership in this case would be entered into the raffle. I don't want to just profit off banning you, BMAC, but, I mean, if I could get 25 listeners memberships, it might be worth it.
Yeah. Because look, it's unlikely Rodgers is not going to be bad, but I just want to let everyone know, not just for Peanut Head, but for all the haters and all the bounty people that want me to be gone. On January the 6th, I'm still going to be here, baby. I'm still going to be a Jake Asmaniac. So, one thing I want to say.
Marcelo writes in, using this to highlight that BMAC sucks.
Oh, great. I mean, Milwaukee 2000 happy that. I do want to say Ashley something because what Peter Head said was kind of dumb.
Larry writes in, ban him forever just for kicks.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Rick Kent writes in, why is BMAC threatening people with physical violence?
Hey, I mean, well, I don't want to be violent. You know what I mean? I've never been violent, but I just want to, it's kind of like a challenge. If someone's gonna come out and challenge me, I'm challenging back. Hey, if you're gonna call me something, say it to my face.
Jesus Jerry says, is that a cup on the floor? I am noticing a cup on the floor, oddly.
Yes, it is a McDonald's cup.
Why is it just on the floor?
McDonald's cup.
Yeah, why?
I put it there.
How come?
I'm usually busy and cleaning up my room, so I just put it there and it's just.
You're not peeing in that cup, are you?
No. I got a bathroom, man. Come on.
I'm just asking. All I know is that you have a room you're always in. I don't know anything about you beyond that.
Yeah. I got a bathroom. That's what bathrooms are for. Come on, man. If I was gonna do that, I will be
J-Quest Super Chat says, B-Mac, keep my boy Alan's name out your mouth, or I will send my boy Beastbreaker for you. Thanks for everything, Jake.
J-Class, you're gonna be the stupidest guy on the planet if you're going to defend that bum. Really? You're really going to defend Alan of all people? Defend him for what? The dude has no respect for nobody. He didn't even respect himself. And you're going to defend a piece of crap like that? Come on, man.
John thinks you're guilty about the old cup being on the floor and you peeing on it.
First of all, if I was to pee in that cup, I would be homeless. I'm not homeless. I got a home. That's nothing but soda. Right? And yeah, I'm a good team man. But anyway, Peanut Head said something that was dumb. He said that when Rodgers gets his 500, bench him for the rest of the game. What do you think of that? That sounds dumb, right?
I haven't actually listened to what you were saying. I'm just reading the comments here for you to respond. B-Mac and Beefeater brothers look alike.
Oh, is that dude with the bald head that was on today? It's been clap it out.
Oh yeah,
right, him.
Beastbreaker 666.
By the way, that dude is a great dude. I like him. He's definitely entertaining.
You like Beastbreaker?
Yeah, he looks like a old school version of Stone Cold. You know what I mean? Austin 316 said, "I'm gonna whoop your ass." You know what I mean? Like that. So,
yep.
Peter.
Speaking of people that want to whoop your ass, are you ready? Well, too bad. You got to be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Okay, B-Mac, you're getting me pissed off back here. You're making fun of my friend Alan and Jake Quest, so keep those two friends out of your mouth, okay? You probably pee in the cup.
Whoa, Bobby. I'm Hold on. I'm really disappointing you, Bobby.
I'm very disappointing you. You're not even a Jeff fan, so shut up. You're an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Jeff fan, you are a Giants fan.
So you're a Packer and Jeff fan. So I'm trying to
call the kettle black.
Oh, shut up.
You're not going to be coming on here and disrespecting me like that.
You're talking about my friends. Is that okay? Alan is my friend, and Jay Quest is my friend. Don't call him any words, okay? What you go?
I don't have an issue with Jay Quest. I just think he's.
You just said
there's something wrong with him for defending Peanut Head.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
So don't call my friend Peanut Head either. You look more
He is
like
a Peanut Head. I'm sorry, Alan. He will always be a Peanut Head.
You look like more of a Peanut Head than Alan does, so I want to talk.
Bobby, I'm disappointing you. Why would you defend someone like that? Why would you defend someone like that?
Quiet. Alan's a nice guy.
He doesn't respect V-Man.
I respect V-Man. That's my friend.
He told V-Man that he's going to get ISIS on him, and he was gonna do that.
You wanted to put. Wait a minute. Time out. You wanted to put Alan in a coma. Remember that time? Look at what calling the Killer Black, right? Remember what you said about Alan?
V-Man. He told V-Man that he's gonna get ISIS on him.
No, you wanted to put
Bobby. Did you know?
Don't tell me who's somebody. Friend, okay? Don't tell me who.
Bobby, look at a comment. Bobby, look at a comment.
I hate Bobby Midnight. Oh, Gary, I love you. You're a very nice guy, Gary. See, I let that thing roll off my back. I'm cool as a cucumber, Gary. You're not gonna come after me.
Would have cussed that guy out.
Well, no. I learned not to let. If you don't have hate,
I think you are a great guy, Bobby.
If you don't have hate, you're not popping. That's all I have to say. So
Bobby, you're a great guy, Bobby.
You goodbye, crazy man.
Now that was a rumble. I don't know who won that one, but that was a rumble, all right. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. What a time you just got if you just tuned in during that one, huh? My favorite comment during all that was Jay Blizz. What is this, Jake? Are you new around here, Jay Blizz? This is the show. This is what happens when the football team is 4-12. It's unfortunate. We should be previewing the Jets clinching the division with a win on Sunday. Instead, well, you know. Mike D's nuts with a super chat. Respect the Rooney Rule, but if the Jets identify a guy, isn't it more disrespectful to bring in a minority candidate for a meaningless fake interview? It is, but we have no idea for sure if the Jets have identified that guy. You know, and maybe that guy that they interview impresses them when they recommend to the coach they hire, hey, maybe you should consider this guy to be part of your staff. Right? That's part of it too. And the more interviews you do as a candidate, the more chances that you might actually get a job, even if it's not by the team even if the team's just using you to fulfill the Rooney Rule. Like, if you could get in enough rooms, maybe eventually people are like, huh, this guy keeps getting interviews. Maybe we should hire him. So it's not great, but the rule is well-intentioned, and it has helped minority candidates over the years. I'm pretty sure Mike Tomlin was a Rooney Rule hire, which is why it's named the Rooney Rule. Kyle says, I want a dynamic GM/head coach pairing. Losing gets old. Wouldn't that be nice? An organization aligned. Big fella, super chat. Congrats to Sherwood getting MVP award. He is a must sign. It's almost like you come on the radio with Jake Asman, and then the next day, good things happen. Jamie and Sherwood, team MVP, baby. Imagine the odds on that before the year. What a season. Christopher says, trade a first-round pick for a coach. Who's the coach? Like, if you tell me it's like Tomlin or McVay or Shanahan, sure. Why would any of those teams trade their coach to you, though? Someone would have to explain that one to me. Dan says, Greg Zuerlein snubbed for the Curtis Martin Award. Boo. Jesus Jerry, while I appreciate the super chat, I will not be bringing that up on the screen right now. I will say this, though. If you want in on the conversation, we have open phone lines. Very rare that there's not anyone on hold, including Robert Woodruff. Pretty rare. So, it's your opportunity. If you're a first-timer, get on the show. And I have received word from the committee that the December top 10 power rankings of Asmaniacs will be out sometime next week. Early next week, potentially, too. So be on the lookout for that. Gator writes in with a super chat. Hi, Rick Kent, my friend. I love you. Now, there is beef between Gator and Rick Kent following the video that Gator made for Rick's membership donations. And as someone who's a fan of both gentlemen, I just hope they could come together and work it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I said open phone lines, and someone immediately called in. And the guy who called in is not afraid of the spotlight. In fact, some say he lives for it.
Joe Douglas should have been fired 2 days before he was hired.
I was born for the spotlight, Jake. Anyone can look good in sparring, but when it's lights, camera, action, what are you going to do? How are you going to respond then?
Well, the Jets have not responded to the expectations, unfortunately.
How about that? I missed the beginning of the show. How did the interview with Vrabel go?
According to Connor Hughes, he heard it went great for both sides.
Great. So he's the HC of the NYJ?
That is not what he reported, but we could certainly hope.
All right, let's just hope that's lagging and that paperwork is getting filled out now. Because once he walks out, that's it. He's walked out of your life forever. There's no callbacks in life. That's it. Once he's gone, he's gone. Look
objectively speaking, not true at all.
Well, I mean, there are exceptions in life, but as a generality,
the last time, the last time it
happened,
the last time they needed to hire a head coach, Robert Saleh left. Remember that? He took the interview with the Eagles. And last I checked, Robert Saleh ended up being hired by the Jets.
If you want Robert Saleh again, you can have Robert Saleh. If you want a good head coach, you have to act with quickness. There is no time. The one thing you cannot waste.
There's a rule in place where you can't hire him yet.
That should have been taken care of beforehand. You could have.
Plants are trying to kill me, so I think I'll eat a stick of butter.
I can't. You win. Congrats. I'm not arguing with you today. Do you understand how a job interview works? First off, they could have offered the job to Vrabel today, like wink, wink under the table, right? Let's say in a hypothetical scenario they did. He doesn't need to take it today. Why wouldn't he wait to see if New England opens up? Why wouldn't he wait to see if the Raider job opens up? We think it is. We don't know yet. And also, even if he wants the Jet job, why wouldn't he wait to see that the Jets are definitely going to hire his GM choice, right? If they request Ryan Cowden next week, I would say it's a good sign that the Vrabel interview went well and the Jets think they can get him. So if they get him in the building, they probably want to vet the candidate that Vrabel's going to recommend. It's like It's how it works, man. You're not just going to hire the guy and give him $20 million. You're going to negotiate a contract. It's going to take time. You can't even offer him a deal if you wanted to right now. That's not how it works. If you're Mike Vrabel, why would you take the job? You want to see what else is out there and then use those teams to pay you more money. You're a Met fan. That's literally what Juan Soto did. If he had went to the Mets or Yankees and said, hey, like, give me this, he'd be underselling himself. He wouldn't have gotten to $805 million. No one thought that would happen. No one thought he'd get more than $600 million. He got $200 million more than that. So why would Mike Vrabel go out there and give away leverage and money? Dave Brigger writes in, Gary being in boxing must have dealt with negotiations. Why does he believe Vrabel would not pursue all his options? Well, because Gary is Gary. I mean, that's the reality. Anytime you got to use a little logic to discuss, a nuanced topic, Gary refuses to ever use logic with his takes. And that seems to be the problem. Now, I do have a guy online right now that always uses logic with his takes. We'll get his thoughts on the coaching search for the Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lane Train.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good. Hello, Jake.
Hey, Lane. How are you?
Good. I mean, last time for the Jets now.
One last game, Lane. Are you excited?
Yeah. Jets, Jets.
Hell yeah.
Who do you start?
At what position?
For Sunday.
What position and which team?
Do you start forward for the Jets? Like, do you start Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, I would start Aaron Rodgers.
I think he'll come back next year.
I'm not so sure.
Probably.
I do think he'll start Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, will they win? I don't know, but let's see what happens.
What do you think happens?
Well, I mean, I think they'll pull it out.
Are you excited to watch the Jets one last time this year, Lane?
Yeah. I think that the Jets are probably gonna win like 37, and Miami Dolphins 31.
37-31. So you're predicting a very high-scoring game here.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's gonna happen or not?
I'd be surprised if the Jets scored that many points, but that would be very classic Jets to have their best offensive game when it means absolutely nothing and potentially hurts their draft positioning.
Yeah, I wonder who they'll pick out there for the first round.
We're going to need you to help find the next Knoble this offseason.
I don't know if there's another Knoble. They might be. For the first pick of the 2022, the Jets pick Knoble. Yay.
Yeah.
That's funny, though, when you had me in a suit doing that.
What do you mean? That was actually you.
Yeah, I know. It was funny, though, that you put me in a suit.
I didn't put you in it. You put yourself in it.
Yeah, I know. There was being like... On the 2022 draft pick, the pick goes to Knoble out of college. Yeah! I look nice. Looks like I have my hair also.
What are you up to tonight, Lane? Anything fun?
Nothing much.
Just chilling?
Watching TV.
Yep.
What else? Doing I have my laundry there also, so that's good.
Nice.
And also, what else am I doing tonight? Mostly I clean sometimes. Also, yeah. Um. So why does the other caller like 666 yells always? Why is that?
He's very passionate.
He's like a new caller.
Yeah,
It's kind of funny.
he's joining the ranks of the Asmaniacs, but a lot of them don't seem to like him.
This is him. He smacks his lips every minute.
Do your impression of Beastbreaker 666?
It's kind of irritating though, but you know, that's how he is.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Lane. You're not wrong. Good call today, Lane. Really
Well, I don't
appreciate
know
it as
why
always.
he never goes on. Why is he never on Bobby Midnight then? If he, I'm surprised.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him. You want me to ask him?
Yeah. All right. So thank you for taking my call. I know you have other people online.
Lane,
Good night.
you're
Yeah.
the best. We always will take your call. Thank you.
Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
You can't get better than the Lane Train. A king, a legend. Nick with a super chat for us. I'm surprised Selfless Warrior wasn't Reddick. What a clown that guy is. Yeah, why wasn't Team MVP, most inspirational, Selfless Warrior? Why wasn't that Hassan Reddick? I'm sure Jeff Olbrich will tell us that. God, this season, Hassan Reddick will go down as one of the worst moves the Jets have ever made. And you can't only blame the Jets for that because it's clear Reddick was a moron, but just so stupid to just destroy the strength of the defense, the D-line, in one offseason. Unreal. JJ with a super chat. I hate that we didn't hire a GM before we started head coach interviews. We need to let our GM pick his coach, but you guys will find a way to defend the Jets. JJ, what GM could they have hired yet? They might want to talk to candidates that are still with teams. They're not just going to rush and hire someone on Monday. There's a lot of teams that are going to fire coaches, and the process is going to start. Go check the date when the Jets hired Saleh. It wasn't like January 5th. Let's actually get the actual date when it was for reference. Jets hire Robert Saleh. Let's see when the date was. January 14th. And they already had a GM in place, though. Remember that. Now let's do Jets hire, I hate to do this, Adam Gase. January 11th. Now remember, the season is an extra week longer now. So you got to factor that in. It's different. So we're looking at like January 20th based on that calendar if you push it back 1 week. But you guys weren't thinking about that. Pretty good point by me, remembering there's an extra season. I can't do Jets hire Joe Douglas because this moronic franchise let Mike McCagnon do the draft and free agency, then fired him, and then didn't hire Douglas till June. But let's do Jets hire Mike McCagnon. January 13th, 2015. So about like 2 weeks after the season ended. 2.5 weeks. Let's do now Jets hire Todd Bowles. January 13th. So I stand by like the January 20th for a lot of this. Jesus Jerry says, Lane laying like a king. Who's feeding him grapes? It's an excellent question, one we don't have the answer to. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats. They will cut the line. JJ says, doesn't the GM need to be in on the interview? Not necessarily. You could vet the coaching candidates first. They're all recorded, these interviews, and then they can watch it back. You're just doing your process here. This is the Jets' advantage in firing Saleh and Douglas when they did is that they got to talk to Vrabel first. That's not nothing. Flores can't interview in person until the division round. Now, if they're the 1 seed, I believe he could actually interview in person next week because the rules are different for the teams with buys. But he could talk to the Jets next week over Zoom. But by the way, Rooney Rule requirements, I looked into this today, they have to be done in person. So until the Jets have an in-person interview with another head coaching candidate that is a minority, they couldn't then hire Vrabel if they wanted to. So be on the lookout for that. Comments, questions, super chats. Once again, seeking memberships for the Super Bowl ring, the Jets mini helmet, and a bunch of our other giveaway items we'll do for our next raffle. Thank you to everyone who supports the show. Let's get to more of your calls right now. And look, there's a guy I'm going to bring on that he's polarizing. He's a guy that says how he feels. Ladies and gentlemen, Beastbreaker 666 is up next. Hello, Beast.
Good evening, my friends. Before we start doing anything else, Mike Vrabel, let's get him first. Let's slow it down and get him first. Then number 2, let's go get Rex. We'll put that combination together. It's like Annihilation meets double the Annihilation. Then what we start doing, slow our roll down, and then when April comes around the corner and the NFL draft starts, start looking at the colleges. And also there's free agency, a number 2 choice. But not so much the free agency. Start looking in the colleges. It's time to start going to the colleges. Go to the West. Go through the East. Go through the Midwest. You got the whole South. You got the whole United States here. We got over 100,000 colleges. We got top stars out here. I mean, Jesus Christ, we need new talent. And I'm sorry, Jeff Ulbrich, it's time to say, flush the turd down the toilet. The guy has no heart. He's a bum. I swear, I've seen bums bigger than anything else, and this guy is a joke. I mean, he's worse than Adam Gase, Robert Saleh, and then the other guy, before we had Robert Saleh, Todd Bowles. Does that name ring a bell to you?
No, I'm not familiar with the previous coaches.
Todd Bowles was okay. He did an okay job, but it's just he got frustrated with the organization because it's like 1 minute you're here, next minute you're out the door. But this year, we make statements loud, and we need to make them clear. Greg Zuerlein, he's great, but unfortunately, he kind of crapped the bed, and he didn't hang it. He couldn't hang.
Are we sure he's great? I think he's very bad.
It's time to say pink slip, see ya. Carlson, pink slip, see ya. Offense line, defense line, all pink slips, see ya. We need fresh, new talent. And I'm talking the bigger talent. We need big boys. Defense line, 300 to 330 pounds. I want big boys, and I'm talking big boys. Carl Banks, Lawrence Taylor, Nate Newton, even, oh my God, Mo Lewis, Marvin Jones. Those were men. Those were men with honor.
I don't think Mo Lewis was 300 pounds.
Well, Mo Lewis was a good hitter. And that guy can knock guys down. I mean, we need men. We need men. I am sick and tired of soy boys that can't do the goddamn job. And I'll give Fireman Ed credit. He should lead the charge. And I'll tell you by example, we need to start telling these bastards, hey, when you get up here to New York City and you deal with 15 of the top newspapers, you better realize what you're here for. We're not here to give you a paycheck. We're here to see what you can do. But in order to earn that paycheck, you better get off your ass, and we're going to show you what it's like. Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Tell us the deal.
Rex Ryan will make an example. We will have bandages. We will have ice. We will tape you up in case you get injured. But if it's that bad, we'll send you home. But here's the deal. 2 to 3 weeks, you stay off your feet. We will have backup talent. We need the extra talent. That's why the $10 billion, I make a suggestion. We use it, but we use it in a wisely way. And then if enough of the money we have left over, we can put some of that towards our jet charities. You know what I'm saying, G?
You're a charitable man, Beast. I like it.
It's called thinking up here. We can use some of that also. But here's the difference, too. We got to start looking right now at these colleges. I mean, there are several top colleges that I do want to see. UCLA, that's a really great college. USC, another great college. Boston College, another great college. Wisconsin, another great college. South Dakota State University, there's our first 5. Now the next 5. Florida State, Georgia, Miami, University of Miami in Ohio. We also need Indiana and Illinois. There you go. Top 10. We can sure use that, and let's go get them. It's called Let's Get Off Our Asses. Go out there and get it. And also take a good long look. It doesn't take, brainiac science to figure it out. It takes the thing called the brain that, God did not put us here to sit on our dead asses and go, oh, I don't know. There ain't going to be no I don't knows on this team. And next season, no more penalties. This year was enough. That 40-point game I watched was a disgrace. It was like watching the 96 Jets all over again. And that's why I said, okay, you know what I hear the fans saying? Change the channel. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, am I not right?
Spot on. I think you make some great points.
It's called. I'm not gonna hear that shit this time. This time, when we start kicking ass, I want the fans to bring that heat. That let's start kicking ass and start taking no prisoners. I mean, we did it in '98. We did it in 2000. We also did it a few times when Rex was with us. And now the time has come. No more of these losing seasons. Time to say, get your ass in gear, jet up, get your shoes on.
I have some comments for you here. It seems like a lot of people are weighing in on your call here. Wrong Verb, he writes in, I think Beastbreaker brings a lot of energy and enthusiasm to the show. One of my new favorites.
Bring him in here. Let's see what they could bring to the table. Let's see what you can do.
Now, they're not all positive, but we're going to be fair here. Spencer F. writes in, I could see his boogers every time he picks his head up.
Excuse me. We're not going to have that here tonight. No. Do not make me go George Carlin on you because I will rip you one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the kind rude. I'm not playing. I'm being serious here. I mean, I've been a Jets guy 26 years, since 1998. This has been a long run for me. I mean, I've been doing this all my career. Cooking pizzas, cooking steak sandwiches, even brunches. We do the job. And I am not a goddamn bum, Mr. Morales. You are just an oversight little jackass with a low IQ, cheap toilet paper at a construction site. You porta potty bum. What an idiot. What is this? This guy is getting more attention than he warrants. Oh, give me a break. That is so garbage. I've heard such garbage in my life, but I'm not playing this garbage. No. See, I'm going to be strict on my policies. I put my foot down on a lot of things. But rule one, if our boys are going to win this next season, we better focus on a lot of things. Mike Vrabel, we got to put him in the GM department. Rex Ryan, head coach. Defense. I want a man who's going to take the defensive line, turn them sons of bitches into machines. And I'm talking machine-like. No mercy, no fun intended. We're not here for fun. We're here to seek and destroy.
Yeah.
The last time we looked like that was 2010. And we looked like a team that was ready to go to the Super Bowl. But now the time has come.
I have a response here from Mother Effing Chew Beast. He goes, is Butter Breaker too fat to get up and blow his nose? Your response.
Son, are you stupid or are you just plain dumb? Do not get me pissed off. I've already had enough of a week. So either one of two things. One, shut your mouth. And two, go back in the line like everybody else. Here's your meal ticket. Get in line like everybody else. I'm not going to accept your BS here. Now, let's get down to Jets football, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? This is what we're here for. Rule one, this is what I want to see in the preseason. No fooling around, no jumping around. And when you celebrate, we're not going to have that here. We're going to play physical, we're going to play tough, and we're going to think. And if I hear
Rick
any
Kent
BS...
run back to your boyfriend, Funnelbutt.
Hey, Rich Kent. Or Rick Kent. Hey, jerk off. I'm not telling you again. You either shut your damn mouth, or if you can't cooperate, here's your meal ticket. Get your big monkey ass back to the front line like everybody else and wait like everybody else. This is Jet football, not Jackass Mania, you big goof. Now, let's get back to preseason. Preseason football. Okay, not so much fooling around, but when regular season starts and when September hits, first game, no fooling around. Forget it. Forget all the past. Forget the fooling around.
Good
forget
question
the jerking around. We're going to win it.
He says, how many push-ups can you do?
Like back in my high school day, I was able to do 50, but with the sore back and also too much stress on my plate, I can't do like I used to, Sonny. It's called the days of us youngsters that we're kicking ass. We're getting old, and I'm sorry to tell you, but you need to take a back seat, and you need to realize that this is Jet football we're doing here. Now, this is not the Jerry Springer show. Now let's get back to football.
Is alleging that you peaked in high school, Beastbreaker. Is this true?
In high school, I used to have a freaking arm. Everyone looked at me like, well, I was the only guy who snuck football plays in his socks. I used to do that back in my day. That was the fun thing. See, all you had to do was pay attention. See, why do you think all these good video games have come out like Madden, ESPN 2K5, ESPN made great football games, but here's the thing. I've been around football almost 20 some years. I've watched some of the great football games in my time, but Jets football has always been the best. But here's the thing with us. For the last 14 years, we've gotten lazy, laxative, slow, and cheap. No more of this
quit yelling. You're gonna wake up mom. Is your mom sleeping?
Seriously, bro? I'm gonna tell your dumbass one thing here. Meal ticket, get in line like everybody else. Get in line now. Don't even think of pissing me off. Now shut up and let me just put my foot down, okay? This is Jet football, not Jerry Springer, for crying out loud.
Now, I do have someone who would like to respond to you. This person has been dying to get a word in. And
let's bring him in here. Bring him in here.
Hopefully we can have a nice civil conversation and we can get to the bottom of the discrepancy between this guy and you, B.
Who is this numbnuts?
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Beastbreaker.
Really?
Hold on. Before you go nuts, I just want to have a conversation. You able to do that? Conversation. Okay.
Don't sing it.
So you said you were a wrestler, right?
I did it for a few years. I've been around it for a couple of years, and then I retired due to pain in the back, and then after that, I just said, you know what? Let me coach football and baseball. Did that many times. Right. I already got most of my multiple awards. I've done my job, and right now,
all right, good. Let's stick to the wrestling. Okay.
I want to talk football.
If you can name 5 wrestling moves, I'll hang up and I'll never call again. You have 10 seconds.
Let's see. Let's see. You got the big boots.
3,
you got the big leg drop. You got
5,
the elbow.
6.
You got the side Russian leg sweep, and also the tiger driver.
Okay. You named not one real wrestling move. Not one real wrestling move. A wrestler.
These were moves in Japan.
Tiger,
these were moves in
elbow,
Japan.
Fucking stupid shit like that. I'm talking about a Russian armbar. I'm talking about a double leg takedown, a duck under. I don't know, a half Nelson. Real wrestling moves.
That's NCAA.
You will never say a goddamn fucking word about wrestling ever again because you don't know wrestling. You and your sausage fingers. Look at that finger. Look at the size. My pinky is bigger than that finger. Sausage finger link. All right. So
beat it,
shut your mouth. Don't you ever talk about Bobby. I will
fuck off. Get out of here.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear you.
You've never been a fight in your life.
The only thing you are is a meathead. Now get out of here.
You and your chubby face.
Here's $20. Go down to Burger King and look for a blowjob, you monkey.
I don't need to go to Burger King to get nothing. You do. You probably live at Burger King. The hostess knows you by your first name. What did you learn from the swastika? Like you said. What did you learn? What did you learn
Wow.
from that? You freaking bum.
You know
Are you,
what?
some satanic
In the words of a
moron?
good friend
666?
from Tropic Thunder.
Oh, I'm cool. I worship Satan. 666. You're a freaking loser, bro. You're a loser.
Get the hell out of here,
You're a
bro.
fake. You're an
Jake,
internet
get
wannabe.
this freaking
You
goof
will
out of
never
here.
go to one
Bye-bye.
event. Go to the Knicks game.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to the Knicks
I don't
game.
think
Go to the
so.
Knicks game.
Not today, jerk off. Bye-bye.
You're a jerk off.
Get out of
On
here.
behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Well, that escalated quickly, huh? Woof. That's a rumble right there, folks. That is a rumble. Harvey wrote, I paid for 5 memberships. Did it go through? It did not, because then that call maybe would have ended if we got 10. That was the bounty. Mother effing Chew, we already read that one. Swamp Ranger writes in, Beastbreaker, it looks like Timu Butterbean. 25 writes in, we need to address him living in an attic. Beastbreaker, do you live in an attic?
Try studios more. And next time that jerk off comes out, I don't want to hear another word from that scuzzball. He's got another thing coming. I want to remind him.
Do you live in an attic? That's the question for the chat.
It's a studio, private studio. Now, let's get back to football, shall we?
Hold on a second. Mother effing Chew writes in, did they have to cut his door frame off his house so we could get to McDonald's?
I'm not going to talk with this right now. I'm talking football, morons. Now, to all the Goombas and the goof-offs on here, enough's enough. You either talk football or get in the back of the line. This ain't
There's
Jerry
a guy
Springer.
online that wants to talk to you. You want to hear from him?
What's the name?
His name is the big fella.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
What's up, buddy?
What else? How are you feeling tonight?
I'm not here to attack you, man. I'm just
good.
I just want to know, like, why everything's a wrestling promo. That's all I'm asking.
Let me run it for you down here.
Right,
I might keep it short. I'm gonna make it short. I'm gonna make this short and sweet for you all.
Let me say something real fast. Say it not in a wrestling promo. Like, say it like normal. Like I'm talking to you right now.
This is Jet Football. I'm talking here.
Oh, I know.
And I'm gonna say this: Mike Vrabel, we need him. Rex Ryan, we need him.
Okay.
You put that two-way combination together, game over. But here's the deal:
it's not going to happen.
It will. Just have a little.
Rex
if you don't have faith in yourself, then what the hell good are you?
No. Listen, Rex Ryan won't take a defensive coordinator position. Okay.
We put Mike Vrabel we'll put him in the defense department and let Rex do the offense department. But here's the thing too: you keep Aaron Rodgers on the bench. Let Aaron Rodgers do like what Bill Belichick used to do in the Giants, what he did in the 80s.
Okay.
Draw.
That wasn't a rumble. I thought we were gonna get a rumble there. That wasn't a rumble. Somehow we're talking about Rex Ryan being the DC with Vrabel running the offense. I don't know. That doesn't seem like anything that's going to happen to me. I don't think Rex would take a DC job. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Did we read Chew's comment here? Hold on one second. Another question from the audience for Beastbreaker. Chew wanted to know, did they have to cut his door frame off from his house so we could get to McDonald's? Do you live next to a McDonald's?
Say what? Is this guy on crack or is he on dope? I don't eat McDonald's. I eat the real stuff. Now, to this idiot, hey, motherfucking Chew, you need your head examined and you need to go see a shrink. Here's an ENT card. Get your hearing checked. Is that understood, you dumbbell? Now get out of here. This is Jet Football, not Jerry Springer and not other BS.
I agree. Great call, Beastbreaker. Well said. Well said. More of your calls right now. There's a guy on hold that I think can definitely weigh in on the events that we all just saw transpire. I think he's in a jolly mood. He just ate a butter stick. Here we go.
Yeah, I did. I had turkey today, and I had butter, and a little dip of what you call it, barbecue sauce. Oh please, let it stop. I don't know. He thinks I don't know. I think he is locked up in a mental institution. I think his mother dropped him on his head, and that's why he's acting like this.
I thought he made some salient points. You didn't?
Oh, bull crap. No, I do want Vrabel as a head coach. But who's the guy you think he's going to sign as a GM? What was that guy?
I don't know if you offered a GM suggestion.
But you said came up with a suggestion.
I would take Thomas Dimitroff, for example, or John
Who's
Dorsey.
that guy? From where?
Dimitroff used to be the Falcons GM.
Oh, right. You said that. You like him. And also, I looked at YouTube to guess who might be the general manager of the Giants.
Who?
Michael Strahan.
That's not going to happen. You saw something that is not true.
Well, that's not real stuff then, right? You don't believe that? It's not going to happen, right?
It's not going to happen now.
All right. No, I didn't think so. I thought that was kind of crazy. Do you think the Giants still stay with Vrabel and the other guy?
It's stable, and I don't know. I think if they win Sunday, they might keep both of them.
Oh, they're not going to win Sunday. They could lose with a flea bag. They're not going to.
Why not? They just won last week, and the Eagles aren't playing their place.
Well, I hope they lose. That's all I care. I think they're going to lose them.
Now, Bobby, you are a Capel fish, so how much money would you need to be paid to hang out with Beastbreaker 666 for the entire day?
Oh, not the entire day. No, nothing. I don't want to deal with him.
Also, your bet with Nick Shine is silly because he couldn't call in and go head-to-head with Beastbreaker right there, so that was dumb.
He already called me in. He already called me and asked me. I said he could call in to talk to Bozo the Clown.
Is that what you're calling Beastbreaker?
Yeah, he's an ass clown.
I see.
Yeah, he could call, and I told him he just called me when dumbass was. So he called. Nick, call in. I gave you permission. Don't put that on the show.
25 writes in, can Bobby invite Beastbreaker to his show?
No, 25. That guy is not coming in. There's no room in my show for him. He takes
Is that a fat joke?
Yep. Well, he's calling me fat. I'm down to 260. He's probably 600. And he's talking about lazy asses. Get off your fat ass, you fat pig.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, I don't want to hear him.
He's a wrestling fan. You want to cut a wrestling promo on him?
No, he's bullshit.
No?
No.
All right. I was giving you the full screen. Calm down.
No, I don't want to talk to him about wrestling. He doesn't know anything. All right. Thank you for the call. Let me come on. You have a great night, Jake.
You too. All right. I'm gonna play you off.
I thought you were having somebody else on today. That's why I thought you.
I don't know what you thought, but you thought wrong.
This is Friday. You usually have somebody on at 4:00.
Bobby, all I could say is sing along.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Man, we were just in the holiday season. Everyone was nice, and now Bobby and Beastbreaker can't get along, and feels like a lot of people aren't on Beastbreaker's side here. Let's get more opinions on this. Hear from more Asmaniacs out there on the Gusbuster hotline. We'll bring in a guy who I think could weigh in and have a very good take on things.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles! Jake, can I ask you this question? And please be serious with me. Why do you allow a bully to come on your show, call people the R word, making fun of people's weight, calling people irrelevant? Why do you allow this guy named Beastbreaker to do that?
Charles, we're a show of free speech, and Beastbreaker calls in. He had some points about the Jets, and if you remember, it was Bobby Midnight who antagonized him first yesterday that started this whole kerfuffle.
It is what it is.
Well, that
He
is
called
true,
Purple
though.
Belt Mike the R word.
I mean, Purple Belt Mike also insulted him as well. I mean, it's a rumble.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm always serious, Charles. This is my job. All right, it's a very serious program we run around here. You honestly think if I wasn't serious, I'd play something like this?
Excuse me.
Or you think I would have played something like this?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I burped.
Find me another show that's as serious as this one.
Well, the guy kind of rubs me the wrong way, Beastbreaker, but it is what it is.
I feel
Anyway,
like you
I'm
should
glad
have
the
him on your
interview went
show.
well.
Maybe you'll get to know him.
No, I'm not going to put him on. I don't care. I don't want to know him. Gives me bad vibes.
I see. What did you think of the rumble between him and Purple Belt Mike? Mike wanted a score for the rumble. I thought it was a draw. I thought both guys really went at it.
Whatever. Look, about the interview with Vrabel, I'm glad it went well today. I'm glad the Jets had a dinner with him last night. I'm glad the interview went well.
Did you hear
Hopefully
what
the
they had, by
Jets
the way?
interview. Yeah. What?
Did you
Did
hear
I
what
have
was
dinner?
on
Yeah,
the-
I just had dinner.
No, not you. You know what? This is better than what I was going to say. What did you have for dinner tonight, Charles?
I had Chinese food.
Really? Now, what did you have? That's exciting.
I had a small order of chicken with broccoli with white rice and half an egg roll.
Why only a half?
Because I wasn't that hungry.
I see. So you
Anyway,
have the
I'm
other half
glad
for
that
dessert later?
I don't think about dessert, no, but I'll probably save for another time. Anyway, Vrabel had dinner with the Jets along with Spielman and Tannenbaum on yesterday, correct?
Yeah, and I was told they also got Chinese.
That's awesome.
Now, Vrabel.
Anyway,
Vrabel
I would like the
Vrabel
Jets to
had
give
a
you-
full egg roll, though. All right, he's a big dude. He wasn't going to mess around. He didn't save half for later or any of that.
I hope now the Vikings play the Lions this upcoming Sunday. That's going to
Lane
be a
is
good
having
game.
sushi for dinner tonight.
God bless you, Lane. God bless you.
Amen.
I'm not really a sushi person.
That's too bad. I love sushi.
I do like shrimp. I do like salmon. I do like tilapia and flounder.
Honestly, you're gonna be hungry right now. I might get sushi tonight or
Sushi
some
is
Chinese.
Gary's saying sushi is sugar-coated parasites. Don't eat that.
You really gonna take food advice from Gary?
I'm just telling you what he said.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, I hope the Jets interview Flores. As for the Lions and Vikings game this upcoming Sunday, should be a good game. That's probably the game I'm probably going to watch tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, on Sunday. My apologies, everybody.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
A good question here from Rick Kent. Charles, did you have Mugu Gai Pan or Peking Duck?
I had chicken with broccoli. Rick Kent, chicken with broccoli, a small order of chicken with broccoli with rice, and a half an egg roll.
Dave wants to know,
Mugu.
Charles, do you like cod and haddock?
I don't like cod. I don't know what the heck is haddock.
Yeah, I'm not quite familiar either.
I've tried flounder. I've tried tilapia. I love salmon. I love shrimp. I love lobster. I love tuna fish. I would like to try crab one day. Did I have crab? Did I ever try crab? I'm not entirely sure.
I think when we hung out that one time, you were having crab.
I don't think No, we were having. I had flan.
Oh,
At the Mexican place?
Yeah, didn't you get some crab that night?
I had flan, which was really good. Gary says haddock is a lean fish. It's okay. That's interesting. I'll probably look it up when I get the chance.
Now let me ask you a question here.
Anyway,
would you rather get diet advice from
as for-
Gary or Beastbreaker 666?
No disrespect, Gary, neither. But if I had to pick my poisons, I'll probably pick Gary. Because at least he's someone you can talk to. How's Gary doing, by the way? Is he doing good?
Yeah, I mean, his take earlier sucked, but other than that, I still like him a lot.
I mean, forget his takes. Is he doing good? Is his health doing good? Is his family doing good? That's all I care about.
Hey, Gary, forget about your
Didn't
take.
sound like
Are
a
you
jerk,
doing good?
Jake.
Is your family doing good? Is your health doing good?
Gary,
Is
you're
your-
on mute.
Yep.
Gary, you're on mute.
I'm a professional. I can handle this. Yeah. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. You're a decent guy. You're a good, solid, decent human being. I appreciate that, Charles. Yeah. My health is
Your
good.
daughter.
My-
Is she the oldest daughter or younger child? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, she's technically she's 1 minute older than her brother, and then we have another
Okay.
son that's 18 months younger. So she's technically the oldest by 1 minute.
That's cool, man.
she's
That's
good.
cool. How you said the holidays really threw you off, man.
Yeah, well, the holiday in the middle of the
How
week,
was it?
right? Because
Oh, you
it doesn't
mean-
feel like a Friday; it feels like a Tuesday, because the holiday was in the middle of the week.
I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. Sometimes sometimes my mom get her days confused too. So shit happens,
Yeah,
man.
You get old, things start to
yeah,
go.
language, everybody.
How's Mr. Gorman, Mrs. Gorman, and how was the holiday with the Gormans?
Dennis?
It was great, man. My grandma's doing great. She's gonna turn 99 in 12 days.
That's a
Grandma Joe,
blessing.
everybody.
That's a blessing. 99, huh? It's a blessing.
And my brother's gonna be 33 that day too. My brother was born on January 15th, 1992, which is my grandmother's birthday. So
Billy says he's yawning with you guys.
I'm
He
just
ne- he
so
needs more
ecstatic.
entertainment.
So yeah, Charles, two
Um,
things. Rice breaks down as pure sugar, white rice, and sushi is uncooked fish. That's parasites waiting to happen. You don't want to eat those two things. That's not good. I mean,
I've never
like
been more excited to eat sushi than I am after the show, after that comment from Gary.
like you think like that's
Inject
I
that
ate
spicy
garbage.
tuna
I
roll
own
into my
Gary.
veins. Yeah.
So that's what I said. I ate garbage. I own Gary.
Look, Gary, we all eat things that we're
it's
not
really- it's
technically
really gonna-
supposed
it's really
to,
gonna
and
hurt
we do
me
it
that
anyway.
you ate garbage. What was that?
Grandma Gorman, great
I
lady.
said, thank you, Peg and Artie.
Have they met your grandmother? Do they
What
know
I was
them?
going to say to you was, we all eat stuff that we're not technically supposed to, but we do it anyway.
You should try to limit it.
We're just human
You should try
beings,
to-
Gary.
You should. I get it, and you should try to limit it. Right? I get it. I do.
That's what
Trust
I'm
me.
saying. Yeah, we should try to limit it. I mean, look, I love people. Personally, if I had my way, I would have tried. This is gonna sound crazy. Part of me had a dream of me eating pizza for breakfast.
What's wrong with eating
Think
pizza?
about it. It's got
I mean,
cheese. It's got tomato. It's got bread.
Yeah, the only thing that's really should be eaten there is the cheese. But pizza for breakfast, I think, if you're gonna eat
I love
breakfast,
cheese, man.
is kind of like leftover pizza, day old pizza. That's kind of king of the breakfast. Like that's king of like if I said to you, you could have a slice of leftover pizza from
keep
your
that in mind,
pizzeria,
Gary.
from your joint, or a Pop-Tart. What's a better breakfast? Be serious. It's the pizza.
I think I think what Charles is suggesting is outstanding, and I agree with him.
I there's no disagreement. I'm saying
I like
doubling down
Pop-Tarts
that
too. I'm a
pizza-
sucker for that stuff.
No, Pop-Tarts are tasty, but it's not better than
But I
Swiss
love pizza, though.
Hold on. What if we put pizza on the Pop-Tart and had that for
I never
breakfast?
said it was, but I'm just saying.
Well, the Pop-Tart on the pizza probably is
That
more
would be
logical.
disgusting. No.
What do you mean, no? What are you, anti-American? You're communist?
Putting a Pop-Tart on top of a pizza?
Yeah.
I'm not
I
a
do it all the
communist,
time.
man. Get the hell
I
outta
don't
here.
see like what does that enhance, the pizza or the Pop-Tart? I don't. I mean,
The
like, it
overall
probably
eating
would-
experience.
I would just eat them separately. I would. I don't see the advantage
Same.
of putting them together, Jake.
Now, Charles, do you ever have salads?
Same. I love salad. I love little carrot bits in my salad. I love ranch.
Well,
I
Do you
like. I
actually
think
like
I've tried
carrots?
Russian
Who
dressing.
likes carrots? Do you
I
really
think I've
like
tried.
carrots?
Hello, Gary. I am going to kill you because you eat
Only butter? You need a salad like me.
Just be careful, Charles. That's Gary telling us about the time a salad tried to kill him. Good stuff from both gentlemen there. Barbarossa wants to know, what's Beast Bum's take on lettuce versus butter? You know, I'd have to ask him next time he calls in. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your calls. And I want everyone to know I can only go to who's on hold. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to a legend.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he no sleeping. Adios mio.
Hey, Jake, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, V-Man. What did you make of the controversy earlier this episode?
Well, it is what it is. You know, I'm gonna stay neutral in those disagreements.
I agree. I think it's the way to go.
Then I was hearing Charles talking about Chinese food and thinking, you know what's better than Chinese food?
Puerto Rican food?
That's all very good. I was gonna say, you ever try Chino Latino food?
It doesn't sound like it's something I've had before, but what items of food does that consist of?
Well, it's generally like Chinese, a blend of Chinese and whatever Latino culture food. Like, it could be, it could be Puerto Rican, it could be Mexican, it could be Dominican, it could be Ecuadorian, it could be. So it's like one of those blends. I went to this place a while back in Bryant Park. It's called Gaye Dao. It's a Chinese Cuban place. They had it was really good. They had wontons, which were pretty good. I had this stir fry, which was really very give you and then like for a drink I had a mojito and they give it to you with like a stick of sugar cane. Really good spot.
What do you like doing that like 1970 like porno lean pose up against? What is that?
It's just a microwave. I'm just trying to get the glare from the light out. Just trying to block it so it doesn't. But honestly, with hearing the Mike Vrabel went well, very good. I agree with you that we're in an advantageous position because we have the GM opening, so you can bring in someone that he's going to be comfortable working with. I also don't feel like New England is going to be a team that's gonna, not just because of the cheapness. I just don't think Kraft wants to, the optics of firing a coach 1 year in portrays an image of instability, and I don't think Kraft wants that image like thrust on him.
Look, it's expensive. I think that's a big part of it. I also think it's optic-wise, I don't disagree with you. Like firing the Belichick replacement after 1 year when it was set up, we found out for a couple of years that he was going to be the guy. That looks really bad. Now, if you get Vrabel, the fan base wouldn't care, but that's like an $80 to $90 million mistake you're trying to fix because you got to pay off all the coaches that are under contract and then hire Vrabel and his staff. That ain't going to be cheap.
Exactly,
like known to be cheap, so that's a real thing.
Exactly, like I said, yeah, it's the cheapness, and like I said, for like 20 years, he was, the top owner in football, the model franchise, everything, and all of that. And like you said, this was set up for a long time, where they had set up so that Gerard Mayo would be the heir apparent to Belichick. Was over the last few years, so to fire him 1 year in, you look awful. You're gonna literally any residual like respect that you have from like those Belichick era is gonna be washed down the drain, and so it just looks bad. So I don't see it, and I agree with you. I think they're gonna probably win against the Bills' backups. I don't see the Bills, and I don't think the Bills are.
It's a less attractive job if they don't have the number 1 pick, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't see them win. I don't see them losing that game unless Mayo is under orders to throw the game.
Rick Kent writes in, "That's a lovely kitchen."
Thank you. I'll let my mother know you said that.
Yeah, let B-Mom know. Big fan of the decorations, home decor, tremendous.
All right, yeah. So that's all I
Gary
got.
agrees. Very nice kitchen.
Yep. It's Gary. Yeah, but like I said, I feel that I'm just glad to get this season over with. It's frustrating, and We can finally get this hiring process into full steam soon. We can get our answer. We can, know where we're going, and we can have some real optimism, and just put this in the dustbin of Jets history.
Put it in the rear, so to speak.
Yeah.
V-Man, speaking of rear.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
Stuff there from V-Man. Ladies and gentlemen, super chat here from Andrew Yale, who says, Jake, I'm thoroughly entertained. I needed this tonight. I appreciate you, man. You run the circus well. I don't know what type of circus you think I'm running here, man. This is my job, okay, Andrew? All right, I do this for a living somehow. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the show. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a question we got from Barbarossa asking for Beastbreaker's take on lettuce versus butter. And Beastbreaker was kind enough to call back in. Beastbreaker, you there?
Let's party. All right. We ready?
What's your take on lettuce versus butter?
In the words of Donald Trump, what kind of a stupid question is that? That's a stupid question. But if this girl's nice, if you're gonna use real butter, use it wisely on a hamburger bun. But if you're gonna make a real hamburger, toast that bun first, and then you go with the real good stuff. Okay. Now let's talk football, shall we? Not Jerry Springer, not anything else, please.
Dave Brigger does not want you to talk football. Do you have a message for Dave?
Here's your meal ticket. Get the hell out of here. Now, let's get down to football, shall we? Absolutely. I'm glad this Sunday is our last game. Thank God it is. Because I can finally use the break. Because now I can just relax and watch New York Knicks basketball and Rangers hockey, and then get ready for some baseball. Because, I have no problem with this. But when the football season starts, I'm going to be watching very closely at what we get. We better spend this money wisely.
Quick Beastbreaker. Rick Kent says, don't disrespect Dave Brigger. He sleeps mooks like you.
What kind of stupid question is this? Jesus Christ. I'm here to talk football, not moronic goof-off hour at some weird local bar down in a strip joint. Now let's get back to football.
Where can I redeem these meal tickets? It's actually a good point. Is there a place to redeem the meal tickets you're talking about?
Go to the buffet. Take it there if you want to. Now let's get back to football, shall we? Please.
Hold on. We have a question from an aspiring broadcaster in the chat. He goes, Beastbreaker, you spoke a lot about scouting players for the upcoming draft. Who are your top 5 prospects in this year's class?
Now, we're going to start looking at colleges first. Okay. I already addressed these colleges loud and clear.
You gave us 10 colleges, correct?
Yes, 10 of the top colleges in the United States, and I'm not going to address this again. So if you need to do a reevaluation, go find your top 10 colleges, and then we'll match those. But come back to me when you have your top 10, okay? Now let's get back to football, shall we?
Hold on one second. Rick Kent is claiming that you've been banned from the buffet. That can't be right.
Dude, if you're here to talk football, talk football. But if you're going to piss me off, get the hell out of here. This is not comedy. This ain't blowout hour. Now get out of here. Now let's get down to football, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
Mother effing Chew says private studio equals cheap hotel. Are you in a cheap hotel?
What kind of a stupid question is that? What a stupid question. Mother freaking Chew, get the hell out of my face. I'm here to talk football. Now, if you can't talk football, get out of here and take a walk. Okay? I'm not going to tell you again. Now, piss off. Do us all a favor. Let us talk Jet football and have a little fun. Shall we? Enough's enough.
Your thoughts on lightsaber fights. You ever had them with your friends? ISU wants to know.
Jesus, oh Christ, oh my God. That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm here to talk football, not retardville, you big-eared goof. Boy, if I was your father, I would have given you a swift kick in the ass and tell you, I'm here to talk football, not retardville. Wake up and smell the roses, you dummy.
Can we get
I'm not going to give. I'm not going to give you a private tour. That's for me. That's for me to decide, not you, jerk off. Now we're here to talk football. Now let's get back to football, shall we, please? This is not Jerry Springer, and this is not Maury Povich. Now let's get down to football, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
Here's a football question. He wants to know: can you name 3 players from the Sack Exchange?
Ooh, I'm going to mix this up nicely, very nicely. Dwayne Robinson, John Abraham.
No.
Jason Ferguson. Those are my boys.
But how about the New York Sack Exchange?
Which year?
Well, there's only one New York Sack Exchange, the one that they just did a 30 for 30 on.
I'm not too sure on that one because lately, if I've seen what our boys have been like this year, our boys are a disaster.
We're not talking about this year. This was when times were actually pretty good for the Jets. This is in the 80s. The New York Sack Exchange.
Ooh. I know Mark Gusto. I know number 99 was one of them.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, I know it was Mark something. Mark Gusta something.
Yep,
he was
Mark
a great
Gusta something. All right, you got one.
I know Kyle Clifton was another. He was number 2, and then I can't think of many. I can't think of much because right now my head is like, after having to have fights this morning and then all the other stuff, I can only think of very, very much right now. I mean, I've been around the organization, for 26 years, but it takes time to learn all this stuff. Now, let me.
This is a pretty big deal, Beastbreaker. This is a pretty big part of the Jet history.
I understand that. I understand that. But it's just I've had a lot on my plate, and with the season, and then on top of it, I'm trying to get my head back into life. Peter Castro, you are nothing more than delusional and suffering from the delusions of grandeur. Now get out of here and go get yourself a pastrami sandwich. Thank you. Now let's get back to football, shall we, ladies and gentlemen?
How about this from Mother Effing Chew?
I'm not answering this question. This is a retard question. I'm not answering. I'm here for football. I'm here to talk football. This is business.
All right, this one is from Dave.
Holy boy, does everything have to be this Jerry Springer hour around here? I'm not having it. I'm not having this circus. If you're going to talk here, if you're going to talk football here, do football. But if you're going to piss me off and turn it into a circus or Jerry Springer or the 3-ring blowhard circus, I'm not answering these questions. Let's get down to football, shall we?
Now, do you have the answer to the New York Sack Exchange question so far? We have Mark Gusto.
I only have 2 out of it. I only can get 2 out of it right now because right now I'm burned out. I'm tired. I've gone through a lot. I mean, that fight I've had this morning was too much. I didn't need all this. Mr. Tom Ace, if you're going to give me a bunch of stupid shit like a goddamn 2-year-old, I'm not going to talk it here. I'm here for football. Now take a look and get the step in and beat it.
All right, this one is from Peter Castro. It's a football observation.
This looks like the stupidest question I've ever heard in my life. Pathetic. Not
People are questioning your Jet fan integrity after the Sack Exchange question. Your thoughts on this from Rick Kent?
Rick Kent, I'm just going to give you this question. Dummy. You're a dummy. And you are totally ridiculous. Now let's talk Jets football, shall we, please? Please.
Mike, he actually feels bad for you now. Your thoughts?
Well, if you feel bad for me, then what are you here for? If you're going to talk football, talk football. But if you're going to waste my time, get the lick it and get on the fucking train and let's talk football. I'm not here for Jerry Springer. I'm not here for Jerry Springer or the other stupid shit. Now let's get down to football.
Mother effing Chew's got a question for you.
Chew, get the hell out of here. You're an idiot. You're nothing but a blowhard. Now take your 50-cent ass back to the drawing board and get a life. Now let's talk football. I'm here for football.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
Hey, big fat ass. I think the nurse is calling you for your medication time at the mental health institution. You better get your medicine. Go
Look
to
at
bed.
this fucking. Look at this goddamn underrated Jamoke. Look, hey, Jamoke Breath. I got news for you, you dirty prick.
I got you.
Now listen wise and listen good. I don't have time for your dumb shit or your retarded nonsense. You're nothing but a goddamn Jamoke. You're nothing but a blowhard, and you look like an overweighted fish from the freaking.
Overweighted fish. Look at you. You're like 400 600 pounds. You eat McDonald's.
Yeah, right. You're full. You're
calling for your medicines. The nurse is calling for your medicines, and then she wants you to go to bed like a good little fat ass boy you are. So go to bed, okay? The nurse is waiting for you, okay? We don't want your ass clown here anymore. You don't know football. It's Joe Klecko, Mark Aston, and Marty Line, you dummy. You don't know shit, okay? Just shut the hell up, okay?
Oh, you pansy-wasted candy-ass crybaby. Quiet your mouth, you big goof. I got news for you.
What? Yeah.
Baseball season's coming up. Basketball season's here. Hockey season's here. Why don't you talk about something else? Why don't you figure out what's going on with the Knicks?
Why you go away, you fat piece of shit, elephant shit?
Why don't you go down here and blow my nuts? That's what you could do.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Boy, that escalated quickly, huh? I will say this. Bobby Midnight, big time bounce back in that Rumble after yesterday. Wow. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. And if you are just tuning in, God bless. You've seen a show. How about Bobby knowing the sack exchange? Well done, Bob. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Let's say hello to Billy, who's on the line. Hey, Billy.
Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's going on, Jake? Actually, Bobby stole my shine. I was gonna go off on that dude, but that dude has nothing. He doesn't know anything about the Jets. I was gonna ask him a simple three questions, but he just.
Billy, mute the TV. Mute the TV. The echo is brutal.
You hear me good?
Yeah, just make sure it's turned down.
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Wait.
Billy.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Did you hear me?
The delay. Here we go. I can't do it. I'd rather talk to Beastbreaker. So you know what? I will. Beastbreaker, you're up next again. Your thoughts on all these Asmaniacs wanted to battle you. What do you think it is about you that has caused such vitriol from the chat?
Do you see what this looks like? All talk, hot air. I'm not interested. I'm here to talk football.
I'll continue the football talk. Let's go to Hamburger. He's next. What's up, Hamburger?
What's up, Jake? What a fucking douche. Sorry about my language, but Jesus Christ. The problem is that the guy only says three things the whole time he talks. The same three insults. He didn't know the sack exchange. I bet she doesn't know what 1998 happened with the Jets either. So I don't put me on him because I have zero patience for him. I just want to thank you, Jake, for the tickets. I appreciate that so much. So my father would be happy to come out with us, well, with me, and as long as he can make it, depends on how he feels on the day he wakes up. So he's fully disabled from Vietnam, so it is what it is, but hopefully I can get him out there. But I truly appreciate it, man.
Well, the seats look really good. So thank you to the Asmaniacs who donated for people like you and your dad to be able to go. That's an awesome story.
I appreciate that,
it
man.
happened.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, is it? I didn't hear, but is it true that Vrabel went out to dinner with the Johnsons? Is that true?
I heard there was a dinner last night. I'm not a reporter, but I heard there was a dinner last night, and then the interview was today.
Good. I hope so. That's good news. Hopefully it all went well. We'll see. Let's go Patriots. Let's go Patriots. That's what I got to say.
It helps. It makes the draft pick less attractive, and it might help Mayo keep his job.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, I love your show, man. Keep poking and prodding out there. I love it.
Hey, I'm just
Enjoy.
doing a show, man. Hamburger, I appreciate you. You have a great time at the game. Some super chats here. Wrong Verb writes in, I think Beast is one over the chat. Beast, we let everyone respond to both positive and negative around these parts. You have a supporter in Wrong Verb. What's your message to him?
To who?
Wrong Verb. He's a fan of yours.
I think Beast says one over the chat. That basically says it all. I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to say it again. That match is over with. And to Hamburger, Mr. All Talk, I'm sorry to tell you, but getting old sucks. And I've been around enough. And plus, this morning, that fight between me and Bobby, it ain't over yet. Not by a long shot, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's get down to football. Sunday's our last game, and we're going to play great.
Beast, wasn't the fight with Bobby like 5 minutes ago?
That was just preliminary grammar school shit. That's grammar school.
What fight are you referring to? There wasn't a fight this morning.
Remember the fight this morning?
That was yesterday.
That him and that other jerk.
Have you gone to sleep yet?
Not yet. It's just not
see?
yet.
Just one day. I understand.
I'm not here to address that other shit. I'm here to address the what's happening this Sunday, because I'm going to be glad after this season I can rest, watch the Knicks basketball season and the Rangers, and then get ready for football.
What's your favorite type of sausage?
Mike.
Pittsburgh Mike wants to know.
What's type of sausage? Jesus Christ, kid! There's all sorts out there. There's bratwurst. There's sausage links. There's also sausage patties. Do you ever go to a real man store? When I was living up in Allentown, PA, there's a thing called Giant. Giant, Giant. The good stuff. It's called a man store. It's called, if you want a real man store, go to a man store, not a woman store. You goomba.
Your thoughts on Ricky comparing your pointer finger and your pinky to a sausage?
What a stupid question that is. That is a stupid question. If you're going to talk here, let's talk football. But if you're going to talk stupid like Sesame Street on crack, I'm sorry, you're not worth my time.
How about the 66 in your name? That's a good question from the chat. Where does that originate from?
Iron Maiden. My favorite band, Iron Maiden. Now, let me just say this. I do own some of the best bands from across the world, and that includes from overseas and in Japan. But
like the Muppets? It's from Oscar. He wants to know, do you like the Muppets?
Back in the 80s, yes, but unfortunately, I'm a Steven Seagal guy, Raul Julia, and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The Hamburger wants to know, who was the Jet quarterback in 2010?
Mark Sanchez. He used to play at USC.
He did.
And he was good, but unfortunately, he didn't last long. He took a head first.
Jennifer wants to know what a jamoke is. Can you explain?
I took that from a good friend called. He lives in New York. He's a good friend of mine. Good old Joel Gardner. Great guy. Love the guy. Respect him. He's on my Facebook. But if you want to talk to Joel Gardner, talk to Joel Gardner. I learned a lot from that guy. That's where I got most of my quotes from. And that, hey, what you see is what you get. Now, sweetheart, thank you for that question. That's a good question. Thank you. Let's go on. Now let's get to the next question, please.
Well, there's actually a guy on the line who would like to say hello to you. I believe his name is Billy, and he joins us now. Hey, Billy.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, listen, Beastbreaker, I gave you a simple question before. Name me the 3 players from the Stock Exchange, but midnight. Actually, wait, let me talk. I'm talking. Just hold on. Okay? And you couldn't answer the question, and you call yourself a Jet fan? You could be a disgrace. Go eat another burger.
You want me to go Tony Soprano on you and whack you one?
Dad, you're going to whack nobody. You don't know nothing about the Jets. You don't know anything about the Jets.
Get your monkey ass out of
here. All right, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Dude,
who did Ken O'Brien favorite receiver in the 80s? Who was Ken O'Brien's favorite receiver in the 80s? You don't know anything. I think all your fathers go into your brain. You're a schmuck. You're a schmuck. Go eat a burger. Go eat a burger.
Yeah,
That's all
go
you
eat
can do is go
this.
eat a burger.
Eat
Yeah.
this.
Spin around it. You stick it up your butthole and go around it. You might learn something. You might get
I
some
know
sense
where you
of it.
could go. Right back to
Huh?
the glory
All
hole
right,
where you
answer
belong
my
to
question.
7-Eleven.
You call
You
yourself a
little
Jet
jerk.
fan. Answer the
You're
question.
just a jerk.
Answer the
Get out
question
of
because you're a
here.
moron.
Get
Answer the
out
question.
of here, you big
Answer the
ear goof.
question. Who
The
was
only
Ken
question
O'Brien's favorite
you'll get is
receiver?
these nuts.
Simple. You got no brains.
Yeah, you ain't got
You
no
let the
balls
fat
either.
get up to your brain cells.
You only
Listen,
got pink panties
who
on
was
because you're
Ken
nothing but a jerk.
O'Brien's
Now get out of here,
favorite
you big
receiver?
goof.
Answer
Go
the question. Answer the
go make
question.
my
Because
meatballs,
you're
you
dumb.
freaking
You're dumb as
goober.
a box of
Get
rocks.
out of
You don't know
here.
anything. You call yourself
Yeah.
a fan? You're a fake fan. You're just like Allie.
You're
You're
an
a
idiot.
moron.
You're a
Go
retard.
back to school. Go back to Jet school. I'll teach you a couple
Yeah.
things. Name
Go
me the best
find yourself
receiver Ken
sucking dick at
O'Brien
the
targeted.
army. How you like that, applehead?
Listen, answer the question.
Yeah, answer my nuts.
You see,
These
because you don't
nuts.
know
How
the
you like
answer.
that?
I'm going to give you another question. Okay?
Yeah.
How many sacks did Mark Gastineau have before his... Tell me.
If you're gonna piss me off tonight, I already
I
had
don't
enough
care
of
if I
the
piss you.
first
It's
week.
better be pissed off than pissed on. That's your problem. It's a personal problem.
Yeah, you
Answer
want
the
me to go
question.
John O'Root on
Answer,
you?
you ain't doing
I can
nothing.
knock you out of here with
Yeah,
one
you
blow.
can knock me out. What? You might get a heart attack. Shut the hell up. Listen.
Yeah, get out of here,
Answer
you
the
little
question.
jamoka.
Answer
Get
the
out of here.
question. Answer
Yeah,
the question.
you know what?
Answer the
You're
question.
already
How
pissing
old are
me
you?
off
I'm
enough.
older than you. I don't care if I piss you off. I'm 52 years old. It's not my point that you're overweight. You'll end up overweight.
Yeah,
Dude,
you know
answer
what?
the
My
question.
name is Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out
Answer
of
the
this
question.
shit.
Answer the question. Because you don't know. You're a fake fan. You're a fake.
You
Get
know
off
what?
the
You know what
show.
you are?
And let me tell
You
you
know
something
what?
now.
English,
You're going to
motherfucker,
bully
you
people.
bigot.
If you're going to bully people on this channel, I'm going to come after you every time.
You know what?
Shut up. Shut up. You speak when I let you speak. All right? Don't talk.
It's time
You don't
for
know shit.
exam
You don't know
21,
shit.
25. The
Jake,
path
this guy's a
of the
clown. Get
righteous
this guy out
man
of
is
here. This
On
guy.
behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Oh, that was something. Billy, you brought it there, man. You brought it. This has been some show, man. 2025 has been crazy. Beastbreaker versus everybody, man. We might have to get that on a shirt in the merch store. We'll send you one, Beastbreaker. You got to wear it when you call in. I don't know why everyone gets so mad at the guy. Jeez. Mother effing Chew thinks that the studio is in your mom's basement. Knobcraft says this clown looks like he loves baby metal. Mother effing Chew writes in, do people mistake your underpants for pillowcases? These are some strong words from the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, one last call before we wrap. And honestly, this could be interesting here, depending on how this goes.
B-Mac.
Look at my TV.
B-Mac.
I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets. Go Jets.
B-Mac?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Not well, but yeah.
I'm still here. Hold on. First of all, I do got a question real quick. It's a new one. First of all, let me just get this out of the way real quick. Can we all get along? All right. Can we all be friends? All right. The most important part is that Peanut Head is gone. He's gone for good. All right. That is the most important part. Other than that, let's be friends and let's celebrate and let's be a happy sports family. All right. A question for you, Jake, real quick. Yeah, I do piss. I piss on your mama's bed.
Whoa.
Jimmy Grave, I will fight a woman in a heartbeat. All right, you
Whoa.
you don't have a chance.
Whoa.
All right,
you just said you would fight a woman?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
What are you? Get out of here.
Hey, you hater guy. Allen sucks and JJ can kiss my ass before I wipe.
What are we doing here? P-Mac, are you... Get a grip, buddy. Come on. Beastbreaker, call back in, please. God. B-Mac. Jesus. What are we talking about here? Yes, Bobby?
I got stick up for my woman over here. Hey, B-Mac, you crossed the line with me. No more friends, you idiot. I hope everybody throws you out of here so fast that you can land on. I do not talk about Drake Graves beating her up. I'll beat your little skinny ass up, okay, boy? You better not talk about my girl again, or else I'll kick your ass. Okay, you. Okay, I don't like you anymore. Do not talk about Jay Graves like that. Okay, I love my Jay Graves. She's a great lady, and if you ever beat her up, I'm gonna get you. Okay. Thank you, Jake. That's my woman. I love her very much, so I stick up for my lady. Okay, Jake.
Oh no!
And there you have it. Bobby calling in to defend Jay Graves. And rightfully so. B-Bag, what are you talking about, man? Get a grip. Ladies and gentlemen, a very generous gift membership has come through the pipeline here, and Knob Craft has come through with a 10 spot of channel memberships. And he writes in, back to the hole for B-Mac, please. So, Knob, I'm right there with you. And I do feel like it needs to be done. B-Mac, see you later.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
Now, that was just crazy because B-Mac started this call trying to advocate for peace. And then 2 minutes later, he's talking about fighting a woman. What are we doing around here, B-Mac? Come on. The following people just received channel memberships from Knob. Knob, I appreciate you, my man. Hopefully your merch arrives within a week or so that we ordered for you the other day. Peter, Jack, Gia Darling. What's up, Gia? Another member of the 4% right there. You know what I mean? Bobby Midnight viewers certainly know. Jet41, Joshua Ra, NYC, Chris Fine, Kilksey, Crusader, all receiving channel memberships. What a show. They'll be talking about the show for a long time. Hey, before we get out of here, I teased it at the top. I have a couple spots left for the Knicks game if you're interested in joining us. It's March 22nd, private section 203, 30 spots total. I'm going to start collecting the money early this week. All right, I'm going to have a link for people to go on and just make the payment because I got to give the Knicks cash money to reserve our spots. So they got us a great deal, though. All right, private section of Just Asmaniacs. And before the game, we get to go on the court for pregame warmups. We get to watch the Knicks warm up. Saturday night, we'll do something before the game. I'm sure a bunch of us will want to hang out after the game in the city. So it will be a spectacular time on March 22nd. You got to be a Patreon member to do it because I connect with people through the Discord or through Patreon. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. The ramifications of this show are going to be felt for a very long time. Very long time. Whether it be Beastbreaker, whether it be B-Mac. This is something we'll talk about for a very long time. What a show. I got good news. Tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., I'm doing a show. And my guest tomorrow is a guy this audience should know very well. He is a guy that is respected. He is a guy that is feared. And he's a guy that can make us laugh. His name is Green Bean, and he's joining us tomorrow for a Saturday soiree at 11:30 a.m. So I'm looking forward to that. Everyone have a good night. Let's go Knicks as they take on the Thunder in what should be an awesome litmus test tonight. Thank you all for your support. Get your merch from the merch store. Get your hats from Hugo House using promo code Asman. Thank you to everyone. Go Jets. Thank God the season ends Sunday. And I end the show with a video that hopefully everyone enjoys. See you tomorrow. Farewell. And B-Mac, be better.
Breaking sports news just in from the Jake Asman Show. When Jets YouTube legend, the great Green Bean, appeared on Jake's show, something happened that can only be described as another in a series of tragic and unfortunate events.
This person's called in under the name Green Bean. So let's go to Green Bean. He's next up on the Ghostbuster hotline. Green Bean, what do you got for us?
There he is. This is not my vape pen. This is an Apple TV remote. Hey, guys, Green Bean here. Are these Jets for real? I mean, will Denzel Mims be a difference maker this year? We'll get into all of that, but before we get started, I do want to remind you of those milk thumbs.
Bean, we gotta get going. Great Adventure has fireworks tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have a new coaster there. Well, thanks, boys. I don't want you to forget to shave your balls with Manscaped. Promo code Jets Forever. Oh, shit, she started the mobile home. Stop, no, don't leave the counters outside the window. Oh, all right. Oh, honey, hold on. Don't leave yet.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh my God.
Production value, Jake. That was good.
I mean, every time we get a new Gator impersonation, the production value, the impersonation just gets better and better.
Yeah, well, that was actually my RV too. That was really my RV. That was good. That was my whole show. I mean, that was everything I do in the vape pen. I haven't vaped since April 1st, everybody. So, so there's that. But it's going to take a while for people to undo that visual. I always had a vape in my mouth for quite a long time. But I got to say, well done. And I would watch that guy's show.
That's the great Gator McCluskey there doing his thing.
Now, later that evening, during Green Bean's own show called Talking Jets, he was reminded of this horrific moment from Jake's show.
Gator McCluskey drops in. He says, "Is that the real Green Bean?"
Now, do you know why he's asking that?
That was a phenomenal video.
I was on with Jake and Gator.
I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see this.
I was impressed, man. He had my studio behind him. He had my real RV that drove away at the end. I mean, I was like, holy shit, man. Like, this is, he really did some work.
Legit.
Yeah, he called in as Green Bean. He had my wife yelling at him about Great Adventure. Not my real wife. But that was good, man. So, yeah. No, I think that was the real Green Bean. I'm the imposter.
Well, the staff here at Gator Sports worked tirelessly to help repair this potential breach of the multiverse. But once again, we may have made things worse.
Yeah, I want it done now.